Hey, what's up? I am tired and sleepy. So if that hey, what's up is very tired and sleepy like, it's very true. You know, I was kind of I did see that I did see your post there a little bit. Didn't really get a chance. It's been kind of busy. That's the thing that I'm gonna try to learn because I have my beastmen that that I want to make grimy and dirty. Because I've been painting like clean models, Tau, Space Marine, and then this. So I'm wanting to do dirty. Actually, let me open it up real quick and see. Not bad in terms of that terrain, by the way. I'm looking at it now. Um, I don't know. You could add. Depends on the color of those. What looks like barrels. It looks like they're meant to be the color that they are, right? I, I mean, it looks overall great, honestly, as is. But for me, sorry, I'm thinking along the lines of what I'd like to do, which is rust. I want to do rust. So I would look at those barrels or things on the wall and make them like a silver-esque color, but then painted that like a whole bunch of rust on it. But that's what I want to do, because I just want to do rust, honestly. I'm tired of painting like nice and neat. Well, not tired, but I want to do more than just paint nice and neat, you know. So definitely want to do like rust-esque color. Huh, that almost matches. Let's see what else do I need to paint here. Yeah, that's the thing that I want to start doing. Battle worn and grim darkness kind of thing. That's what I want to do with my chaos stuff. So, hey, what's up, Nap? What's the best run physics crime dark? Yeah, I mean the thing is though about like like orcs, Nurgle. The more messed up looking it looks like, the more mistakes you make, the better it looks almost. It's like it's meant to be a mistake, and it looks good. Mistake? What mistake? A couple of years. Yeah, and that's why I wanted to go Imperial Knights, Chaos Knights, should I say? Because they, it's a lot more flat surface and stuff, making it very easy to do like rust and grime, I'm sure. It's hard to make a mistake when it's meant to be messy. I guess kind of goes with Nids too. Whoa. Take it easy, man. What do you mean by half the price of the box? What are the I mean, like resell the box or something? I mean, it's up to you, honestly. Like, if you think you can get the same amount of models back by selling that box as a whole, or maybe selling the box as a whole and getting maybe models that you actually need, you know. I don't know. I'm not about reselling stuff, honestly. I mean, I've sold stuff because I thought I was going to get out of it, but that wasn't the case. But I'm not about reselling, so that's not the question asked me. I'd say if it's the models that you need and it was cheaper to get it that way, might as well open it up. Otherwise, you're spending more money by selling it and then, getting the models that you actually need. I mean, to me, it's all about like I mean, for me, honestly, I want to collect a lot of models because you never know what model's gonna be good or bad. Although I will say this, I converted my Infernus Marines to regular Marines. So if they become good, well, I screwed myself there. I do have some extra models though, Infernus models that I might build as is, even though I don't like flamethrowers. That's for sure. You don't know until you know, right? Hey, what's up, Paint? All up to you, man. If they're not models that you need, then why not put them up for sale? I'm not sure honestly about the bases. I want to do like futuristic street and stuff because that's what they kind of fight on, I assume. My guys are supposedly like feature cops. They're a combination of all the factions. I didn't really want to do snow, a RoboCop kinda. I want to do like street or something, but I don't know how I'll do that. I don't want to do desert because it'd be interesting, but there's another faction that deals with desert, and it's the Hak Islam, as they're called. Um, I don't want to do turfs and grass because that's going to be my Tau. Turfs right there, like grass. So I want to do street, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. I have to look it up. But more like you could say RoboCop to well, the new RoboCop, probably more so. But like RoboCop, um, Akira, RoboCop Akira. Yeah, but I already pasted the guys on the base, so I mean that's normal actually. That's what a lot of professionals do. They do sticky tack first, but I'm a little bit different. I'm built different. I actually have a new work schedule for my actual job. Man, that gunmetal is just looking so much like all the rest of the kind of. It's a little bit darker, but I wonder if I should do a silver. I think a silver might be better. It might stick out a little bit more. Kind of want the undercoating, under armor to be at least a little bit of a different color. Maybe gunmetal ain't the. It just the gunmetal in between the crotch area or the what looks like fibers and the crotch are two different paint, but they're just a little too similar. So I want that to stick out a little bit, maybe more of a very silver, essentially what the base coated the guy with. Do I have silver though? I do have silver. Well, I mean, less and more it could be because my days change when my days off now, which is tournament days, so I can actually participate in essentially all tournaments now. So I definitely can do that. It's just whether there's people up there to play on the days that I'm off. which I don't know. So what happens if I mix that? So let's see what this looks like. Pure silver. Which doesn't look like it did anything. So that's not good. And the silver mixed with the gunmetal. Let's brighten it up a bit. Might not have added enough silver to it. But let's see. I mean, it's there, but still not a very good color. Doesn't stand out. Not sure what to do with the undercoat now. Well, then that's gonna suck because that's my only two armies that I have. I'll have the 3D print a sucky army then. I doubt they'll ever get to that high win rate. I'm curious as to what the win rate is for Ultramarines right now, or Codex compliant Marines, you know? Yeah, people complain that Ultramarines have a lot of characters, but even with all those characters, their win rate still sucks. I certainly hope so. Kinda. I mean, they did get a buff in their Oath of Moment target, but the problem is certain units also freaking got a nerf because of their costs. So it's kind of like a trade. Nope, they don't. The plus ones that you normally get is a maximum of one. So the benefit of getting the plus two to wound is if there's a unit that says minus one to wound, so your plus two will counteract the plus one, and then you get just the normal plus one. The most plus to hits you get, the most plus to wounds is one. Now the ballistic skills is different. The strength is different. I think you can have as much added strength, I believe. I don't think there's a cap to that. I played against, I don't know if I said it in chat or not yesterday, but I did play against my friend that switched from Necrons to World Eaters, and kind of locked me in my deployment zone. but towards turn 3 I was pushing back. A little bit late though, he really outscored me, so I'm trying to find a way to kind of counteract that type of army, along with still being able to be a versatile army. Just have to have the paint the models. That's what I'm gonna be kind of focusing on the next few days, because I can actually participate in next week's tournament. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday's tournament. So I'm gonna try. I try to figure out what the tournament is though, and hopefully participate in it. Um, Not really, because you kind of got most things figured out. Again, the thing about the world is that's all up to you. Like what their equipment, their armor, and all that, it's not necessarily important information for like regular readers to know. It's like these are for you to remember when you write these rules, when you make the world believable or consistent, that these troopers have this, they have this skill or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you watch like Star Wars and stuff, they never really talk in depth about their blast armor or their phasers or lightsabers. But that's all fun facts to have for like an extra book, or maybe something to talk about in a specific setting, where they're creating their lightsaber or the training for these heavy infantries and stuff, the reason why they wear such heavy armors and such. G-Man, Cal, but that's the ultra list. Okay, Jimin, Calgar, 6 set devs, 6 Centurion Devastation. Wow, really? 2 times Inceptors, 2 times 6 Inceptors, really? 6 Eradicators. Dude, that's a lot of heavy weapons. I wonder if the Inceptors are equipped with plasmas. I have a feeling they are. But I do like the bolters, the assault bolters, so much better now. I just got to remember to call the Devastating Doctrine whenever they come in, though, because it's gonna be kind of not iffy, but I need to find out what to do with that under armor part. Um, yeah, Uriel's almost like an autoclue. That's a lot of characters, though. I'm amazed G-Man made it in the list, though, considering how overpriced he is. That second oath can help. But the one thing I will say this is still, I am very curious as to the why females as the assault. Again, that is my biggest thing that really stuck to me, Paige. You have to explain that to me. I just kind of want to know what your initial thought, what made you do that, and then to think about it, like to think about how would that make sense in terms of real life. Just imagine if your country, right? were to go to war and to send out the females, and then say, 90% of the females get wiped out in your country, then how would your population repopulate itself? How would it work? You know what I'm saying? I know we talked about the horsey or the seahorse, but I can't remember if you fully went with that or not. I don't know who fights in the seahorse thing. Makes sense. Makes sense. Hmm. I mean, look, it looks like a mess to me because I have no understanding of it. Like, I was looking for Earth so I can have some relevance or some point that I know, but it looks like a mess because I don't understand any of it. I don't know where anything is at. I see a whole bunch of names, I see a whole bunch of squiggles and lines and stuff, perhaps territories, but you know, I don't know the lore enough to understand territory and stuff. So perhaps should have a simplistic map of just places without territorial boundaries. The boundaries is more for you, so you know where the boundaries are at. But in terms of trying to explain it to a person, perhaps just locations would be better. And then perhaps then you always have the different levels of maps of boundaries, warrings, factions, and whatnot. Because you don't need to explain like these are where all the guys are at. You kind of just have the world itself, and then off to the side it's like you know these guys are home of this world. There's just so much going on in in the map. Yeah, it needs to be simplified for peasants like me. the more detailed map. Simplistic map first, just planets with names. I mean, I'll be a little bit oversimplistic probably, but it's kind of a gradation. You start there, and then let's see about complicating it. Well, I mean, to me, like when you look at maps, you look at the normal things you see are like cities. You do get territories and stuff, but generally speaking, the simplistic is like cities and just locations. I couldn't tell if I'm looking at a galaxy or I'm looking at one planet. You know what I'm saying? It's really, I couldn't really tell because I don't know the lore and all that, at least not to that great degree. There's just so much written on there. Definitely gotta look at it again, but it looked overly complicated. So again, this is mostly for you and also for those who are, once you understand the lore, to really dig deeper into it, locations, territories, and all that. Just interesting fun facts, really, is what it is. Because are people really going to have to know the locations to these places to understand the story? Hopefully not, because then that's a little overcomplicated, going a little bit too much. They would like when you see TV shows and stuff, they say I'm going to this location. They don't know where that's at. They don't know where in the map that's at. Kind of like Game of Thrones or whatever. They said they're going to whatever. They just know it's like across the sea. Although I will say they did a pretty good job in the intro where they kind of showed the map of the world in a very simplistic way. So it made sense and you know where things were at. It's like, oh, that's across the sea. Oh, well, okay. I mean, I guess the thing I was looking for is just more along the lines of just planets. Maybe like a solar system, I'm not sure. Just a simplistic way to show locations and stuff, really. Yeah, I kind of figured so. But again, it's a little over my head just because I don't know these places, you know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily your fault, but it's just obviously something that's kind of hard to grasp. I don't know anything about like these planets and stuff. A person who's going to get into this brand new, some people aren't even really worried about maps and locations and stuff, but there are some people who are really just like, that's pretty cool to know. Like when I was watching Game of Thrones, I didn't really care where things are at. It's just nice to know that they're there. There is a map if you really want to know, but that's what not really, it's not what exactly, um, it's not exactly what's being sold, I guess you could say. But still good information to have to keep your story straight and maybe to add travel time and stuff. I'm not sure, well, faster than light travel. Yeah. And the thing is that you don't necessarily have to make it true to life, accurate size and distance. You could, I don't know, like you definitely need to talk to a map type person, but like there's ways to express a map that people can easily understand. I'm not sure what that is. I'm assuming like you can do sections of maps. Like you have a zoom in section of the one world, then you have another universe over here. I don't know. I'm not a map person. But again, this map is mostly for you and for those who are very interested in the just a world and where things are located. But that's not the primary focus though that you should be building on. Should be the story, because that's what gets things sold. So the map it should be fine. You should just not to worry too much about it. You need to move on to more important things. Hey, what's up, Troy? Oop. Oof. making a little bit more progress in this guy. Next will be the white outline. Hmm. Let's do a little bit of testing on this. Oof. Don't know if this will paint actually good. That's probably not a good paint. Nope, probably not a good paint to test that out on. Very orange. It's supposed to be like more like hot pink. Actually, let's do a actual color here on this side. It's very sticky. Let's see how it turns out when it dries. I think I might have laid on the I might have laid on the paint a little bit thick on there, but it was very sticky. Like you can see the effects going on right now. Oop. So anyways, you can see like it's breaking up the paint, or it looks like the paint's cracking open. So it's supposed to be, oh yeah, look at that, it's actually becoming more and more pronounced. We'll have to wait till it dries though. Alright, I'm going to start back on my Ultramarines pretty soon because I need to finish up I need to find out what list I'm going to play so I can paint them and be done with them and play them in the tournament next week. Probably actually. It's actually very smooth, but strangely enough when you paint over it though, like it really sticks. Very strangely sticks. It's actually quite smooth. Yeah, I keep touching the other side. But yeah, it looks not quite like I'd hope for crackling effect. But you know, that's two coatings of it. It's like hoping like the crackling effect like this, you know. Crackle medium. Maybe if the paint was thin and very smooth. Let's try another section with this one here. This one might be smooth enough. Let's do it over here. Yeah, there we go. So if we do it this way, let's and leave it like that. Let's see what happens for next week. Alright, I'm going to call it because I got work. It's going to be a long week this week because of the new schedule. But anyways, I really want to finish up this this Infinity model. It looks really, really nice. I like that blue though. That blue looks really nice on him. And I can't wait to do the edge, not edge highlighting, but the neon lights that it's going to have. So anyways, if I try to stream over there at 4 to 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, try to stream for at least an hour, painting my Infinity model at the moment, but I'm going to go switch back to Ultramarines because I need to finish up whatever I'm going to run with them for the tournament next week so I can have an entirely painted army. Then go back to finding out what models I play in Infinity and paint just those models. So if you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, the sound below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next